Hi folks, welcome back to Math 7. We have been working with different variables. Today we're moving on to the next section, which is 8.6 in our book. I have given us a little bit of a table here to start off with, something that you should have. I gave out little pieces of paper to you earlier on in the year like this, okay? But I wrote it back up here also on here so that you could see. We're going to be taking word sentences and converting them into number sentences today. And even in addition to that, our first couple of problems that you have on today's assignment, which I believe we are doing problems 1 through about 20. Hold on, let me take a double check on that. Actually, we're only doing 1 through 16 today. So there's a little bit of a break. That gives you a couple of problems in that section B on there. But in section A, the first 4 problems, and I've had students in the past had a little difficulty with this, you have to actually write your own story problem, okay? So I wanted to go through a couple of these with you just so that you kind of had an idea of what I'm looking for as far as an answer is concerned for those. And then we're going to go through maybe 1 or 2 of the other ones on today's assignment, okay? The one thing that I want to remind you of is this one right here in the subtraction column. Whenever we see those words less than, so if we say n, and then it says less than, and then I'm going to put in another one twice, or let's go 7 less than twice a number, P is 14, okay? So whenever we see the word less than and the word twice, it kind of gives us a hint of how we're supposed to do this. Today, we're not solving these problems. We only have to write the number sentence down, okay? So you're reading the number sentence, then writing it in correctly, okay? So in this one, 7 less than, so that means 7 goes behind. We're using subtraction, and then they have twice a number. When we twice a number, that means we multiply it times 2. That one's also not on the thing. It was one we added, but they do that often. So it was like 2p minus 7 and then equals, or they might use the word is 14. Anytime you see is or equals, that means your equal sign, okay? So these are the types of answers we're going to be looking for on problems of like 10 to 16. So 10 to 16, you're going to create an answer here. You're not going to solve it. You're going to leave it just like that, okay? So we just leave it, and that will be the answer that you'll have to put in on your notes. So here we go. Let's go back, though, to number 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're got your book out, 265 is the page that I'm on. So you can go to page 265, and we're doing the written exercises. And I have misplaced my towel. Hold on. Here we go. So let's take a look at the first problem there. So in the written exercise, it says, write a problem that each equation could represent. Use the words in the parentheses for the subject of the problem. So the first one, it says, it has x plus 7 equals 37. And then it says in parentheses, we're going to use the idea that it's the perimeter of a triangle. So when we did our geometry chapter, we talked about how to solve the perimeter of the triangle of anything, and that's adding all the links around the outside of the shape to get our perimeter. So if I was to write a word problem for this, I would say something like this. The total perimeter of the triangle is 37. Okay? So I started off what it equals to. We're leading up to these two numbers that we don't know. Okay? And since they're both x, that means it's the same number. So two numbers that are the same plus this third number gives me 37. Okay? So I go, the total perimeter of the triangle is 37. I would try to do that in each one of these problems that I do. Okay? So when I go through it, I'm going to say something about the total perimeter or the total area or anything like that. Okay? So then I go on to talk about each one of the steps. If one side is 7 and the other two sides are the same length, then what is the length of the two unknown sides? Okay? That's kind of a big, wordy kind of problem. There's some things that you can do. First, we make a statement. This first sentence is a statement. It's a statement of what we know the total is. Okay? So the total perimeter of this shape is, and then we say what it is. That's that there. Then I go on to do what I call an if-then statement. Okay? If we know this, then what is the length of the unknown? Okay? It's you make it that simple. So we say what the total of the problem is. Then we say if we know this, then what is the one that we don't know? So we know, and then what we don't know. Okay? So that's kind of the setup. So there's number one. All right? And number 4 is almost exactly like this, although there's two known numbers instead of just one known number like in number 1. Let's look at number 3, and I'll do that one for you also, okay? So let's take a look at number 3. Hopefully you saw that. If you need to review it, go back and look at it again. So here's number 3. This time we're dealing with a square. So the statement is 4x equals 56. And so when we talk about a square, we're talking once again about the perimeter of a square. And we know that a square shape, all the sides are the same length. Okay? So we start off with our total. We'll say the total perimeter of the square is 56. And here we really don't know anything. The only thing we know is that there's 4 x's. So we only have the unknown. And we could kind of say, if we do know this, that all the sides are the same, if all the sides of the square is the same, here comes my then, right? So I did if all the sides of the square are the same, then I go then what is the length of one side? Okay? And I didn't put total, it's an A there. Let me rewrite it so that it's an A. Total. The total perimeter of the square is 56. Okay, we know that. That's what it says, equals 56. Now we go with what we know. We know that a square has all the sides the same. If all the sides of the square are the same, then what is the length of one side? Okay, and that would help set up that problem right there. That's what we would get from it. So we're kind of doing a reverse angle at it. You know what the number sentence is. You have to actually write the word problem to get to that. Okay? You may have a little bit of struggle with that, and that's okay. That's okay. You need to kind of work through it. Try to use my steps. State the total, use an if and a then statement. Okay? If we know this, then what is this? Okay? Hopefully that'll help you out. All right? You've got a rectangle one to do and a triangle one to do. Okay? So, on part 5 through 9, pretty basic here, people. They give you an A through E examples up there. You read the problem, and then you kind of match up which one of the number sentences up above, A, B, C, D, or E, with the number down below. So it's kind of a matching situation. Be careful. Look at the wording that they use in the word problem and match up the correct number sentence that goes along with that. All right, let's look on the next page. I go on to page 266. Okay, I left that one up there long enough for you to do number 3. All right, number 11. Let's look at number 11. Okay, and I picked a good one too. So this one says 6 less than a number n is 17. Okay? Pretty straightforward. All I got to do is, okay, keywords here, less than, is. All right? So, we see is means equals. We see less than, that means subtract. Now, remember, I put the asterisk next to less than because that means 6 goes to the back and n goes to the front. So it goes n minus 6 is equals 7. Okay? That's pretty much all we do. And that's the answer. I don't have to solve it right now. We're not solving these today. We're just writing these down. Okay. Let me do one more. I'll do one of the B problems for you, because it'll have a double step to it, and we'll have to look at that. But here's like what 10 through 13 will look like. Shouldn't be too difficult for us there. Read the language, use our words up here to say, okay, what operation am I using? And then remember to write it out correctly in the right order sequence, okay? All right, let's look at number 15. Okay. It says the sum of a number n and twice the number is 24. Okay, so key words here. The sum, number n, twice the number, and is. Okay, so first we look at sum. Okay, there's going to be an addition. So the sum of the number n, okay, there's n plus, what does twice the number mean? Twice means multiplying times that, whatever we're doing, and the number we decided was n, because they don't give us a specific number. So when they give us a not so specific number, we have to assign the same number to n to the same number there. And when we twice it, it becomes 2n. All right? That's just in case, that's just like if we and twice the number 5. If I would have said the number 5, then it would have been 2 times 5. But that they didn't say that. They only said the number. So we got to assume we're talking about this number up here. Next part says is, and then they do give us a number, 24, which we write out right there. Is means equals. Therefore, we write it out just like that. Okay. I did about 4 problems out of your assignment today. Leaves you with about 12 left to do. Go back through it. If you're having trouble, remember to use my word box up here. Take a look. Stop the video so that you can look at it while you're doing it. That would be perfect too. Okay, good luck on today's lesson. I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock on our Zoom meeting. All right? If some of you are having some laggy issues with our Zoom meeting, I'm thinking of Addison, who had some trouble last time we did it. A good idea is for you to not join the video, but just join us with the audio. You can still see me, but we won't be able to see you, but we'll still be able to hear you, okay? And that could be a way that you can get information that you need. Besides tomorrow's lesson, we really need to get together and talk through every single one of the problems so we can set them up correctly, okay? So I hope to see everybody, every one of you there. If you can't make the meeting, I will definitely video it and try to send it to you in a video file too. Okay. Good luck. Go get them. I have confidence that you guys can get this, okay? So send me an email or whatever, so if I need to communicate or you're having a problem with it, just let me know and see if I can help you out. All right, have a good day. See you guys later.